Preparing for the Future of Our Families. Vanessa Ochoa, Special Advisor, Strategic Partnerships and Community Engagement, SPACE.
Well, we had this really great event that we put together as SPACE, which stands for Strategic Partnership and Community Engagement Unit, Preparándonos para el futuro de nuestras familias, which is preparing for the future of our families. We worked with Escuchen Mi Voz and the Community Engagement Committee, which is a part of our board. And what we did is we created a conference that was strictly in Spanish, and we made English translation available to anyone that wanted to come. But the whole target was to just have everything in Spanish, workshop information, the panelists, the people attending, all of the conversations would be in Spanish.
Why did SPACE want to create this event?
So through the Community Engagement Committee, our chair, Marisa Ochoa, which is also a part of Escuchen Mi Voz, we talked about that the community really needed information and resources in Spanish from people that could understand their situations. And one topic that was really important to that particular community, based on what Maritza shared with us, was just preparing for our kids being adults and just encouraging independence and supported decision making, and just families working as allies rather than advocates. The way that I look at being an ally rather than an advocate is working side by side with the person with the disability to help them make their own decisions and voice their own concerns in whatever capacity they can, rather than speaking for them.
The importance of encouraging independence. Elizabeth Campos, Disability Talent Liaison, Human Resources. A blind Afro-Latina woman sitting with her white cane.
Honestly, the way that I approached being on this panel was some of the things that I really wish somebody would have told me and my family when I started to encounter my own disability. And the first thing that I really wanted the families to know is like the person with a disability, we're not a mistake. We aren't broken, and we're here existing the way that we are with whatever our characteristics are, whether we're blind, whether we're nonverbal, whether it takes us some time to process information, whatever it may be, we're still here, right? For me, it was just really being open, honest, and transparent about like my experiences being someone with a disability, and having, people having low expectations of me because of my disability, and not giving me the opportunity to really show, that I can do things, or even giving me an opportunity to try things, right? So I just really came from a place of just honesty and what I've experienced myself as a person who's Afro-Latina, who has a disability, who grew up in a very conservative household, and who had just to struggle through all the different things as a Latina that we go through.
A lot of families assume that because you have a disability, we have to make the choices for you. And so that's why this conference was so important, to be able to share with parents that let's start letting our kids make their decisions at a really young age, so that by the time they're adults, they're really good at it. Because, as we all know, our kids with disabilities, I'm a mom with a 24-year-old with autism. She takes a little longer to learn things, and she needs more practice. So we've been practicing for a really long time, and I'm pretty confident that she tells me exactly what she wants, however she can. And so that's what we want to encourage, and that's what we encouraged at this conference.
When you have a disability, automatically get checked off the list. It's not it's not a spoken thing, but it's just automatically, oh, you're disabled, so you're going to live at home forever. Like, your parents are going to take care of you forever. And I know that I'm smiling when I'm saying it, but that's a sarcastic smile. Because in reality, it's just something that when you have a disability, it's just like, unless you are the one really taking control of it and advocating for yourself, people around you will definitely step in and tell you what your life should be like.
What I really loved about this event, my favorite thing, was just that we were able to shift the thought process of parents, in that our kids could do so much, and all it takes is for us to support them and, let them decide what it is that they want, and just encourage that and uplift it. And, it is difficult as a parent to let go of your baby, but your baby's 24. You gotta let her go. You gotta let her make her own choices. You gotta let her go experience the world. And you're still there, but there will come a point when, we're gonna be gone. And so that's the goal, that they're gonna be safe when we're gone. And I think sometimes we don't want to think about that part, that we're gonna be gone and that they're gonna be on their own. And so it's so important that we just start encouraging independence at a really young age while we're there to guide them and help them make those decisions.
An illustration of colorful flowers at bottom of screen as the text, 2025 Annual Report, appears above them.